Hello everyone, I think I have played a ton of Catacombs by now. I have around 4k golden tokens, and that is not even counting all the skins that I bought and the pieces that I already crafted. I have seen a lot of guides, but they all miss the small details that let you win consistently, no matter how bad the map is. By now we all know it's about discovering all 6 bosses, then doing 3 at the same time, and then heading back together to finish the rest one by one. But I'm still gonna go over it in a simple way while highlighting what is important. If you're not that experienced yet, you can split as you put the strongest player to go solo and the other two go together. And stay within 200 meters so you do not stop sharing points when killing enemies. And once you get more experienced and with a better gear, you can just fully split as 3 and do not care about the distance. You will get fewer points, but you will get a lot more time and flexibility with the bosses. Now make sure to check what the first boss is, so when you finish the 5th one, you will know if you have enough time to go back for it or not, because some of them are tanky, and the only two that I consider a real problem, sometimes if we're low on time, are Hadish Azar, which is the hatchery, and Nereid, because they are both tanky. They have a lot more HP than the others, and they have those untargetable phases where you cannot hit them. Here are the bosses you can encounter, their types, and how the difficulty scales after each kill. Top 3 important abilities to take. Number 1 is always Mana Ward if it's available. Then number 2 and 3 does not really matter which one you pick first. It's between Chain of Carnage and Skull Sentry. If you do not find any of those 3, honestly, it doesn't matter what you take, in my opinion. Mana Ward lets you push back enemies. You can use it to break the stamina in a second of the big guys that they cannot be pushed back. Skull Sentry starts dealing damage every time you get hit, and late game it does ton of damage. Plus, if you mess up and die, it might even finish the job for you. For Chain of Carnage, nothing really to talk about, it's just pure damage and rend. It is very important to have one person with a tank build in case you run into the 2 bosses that I mentioned before in the spot 5 and 6. So if you see Immortal Rally in that situation, it is really helpful. Once you drop below 40% health, one heavy attack will trigger Immortal Rally, and everyone inside the big barrier will get healed and also get immortality for about 4 to 5 seconds. This should be the one and only heart rune you use. It has saved me countless times against bosses or mobs when I could not dodge. And of course, since it's New World, things like this will happen. Here's the basic combo if you are using Life Taker, and if you're using Inferno, you can just stick to Blunderbuss, you don't need to use it. Jumping in the acid room can feel bugged if you are too close to any wall or object, and just make sure you do not jump too late or too early. On to the gameplay. Here you can see how to clear each room easily when you're not buffed yet, and this one just do them one by one. For the blunderbuss room, you want to kill the small ones first and then get close to him and be ready to dodge as soon as he does the shrapnel animation. For this last room where there is only one and the small caretakers, they do a lot of damage. I prefer to go just musket or any ranged weapon. Unless you are buffed, you can just go in, tank everything. For this guy, you want to make sure you kill the signifier first because he can buff either the archer or the big guy, and then go ahead and sneak kill up the archer. Then after that, just kill him. For the Commander Who room, all the mobs inside have a kind of stagger and they're so annoying, so it's better if you kill them first while keeping a distance from Commander Who, and then kill him while dodging his attacks. Once you have found all 6 bosses and everyone starts at the same time, make sure you communicate so you do not end up killing a boss before the others are ready to kill.
Kill.
Because if one dies too early, the rest will level up and you risk getting someone killed. These chests give 50 by default, but they scale up by 10 for every boss you kill. So instead of taking them for only 50, leave them until you start killing bosses and then grab them as you go back for more. Not every room has a secret chamber, so make sure you check every torch to find the entrance if there is one. And as you can see here, after killing 4 bosses, you start getting 90 instead of 50. But if you are trying to get the loot chests or the Arcana card from them, there are 2 conditions. 3 bosses must be killed before that, and the entire room, not just the secret chamber, the entire room has to be undiscovered, so black on the map. To do that, you need to be fast. This is why I use a speed build, which I will show you. And here's the best rotation. And don't forget to use the haste you get from the fire staff after you do the burnout. I also use the same build for the trial rooms, and the attributes are pure tank, and you can make mistakes without any problem. And what you're about to see in the image is everything you really need for maximum efficiency on this build. Sometimes it's good to get hit by the fire traps. That's why I have 2 hasted vigors, one the old perk and one of the new perk, alongside 5 alacrity to make the haste last longer. Refreshment, nimble coat, and nimble, and 3 refreshing of the old ones. Don't rush to do every trial room you see. Most of them can be skipped by taking the other path, and the boss room will be open from there. Or if your friend is on the other side, just tell him to enter the boss room and you should be able to unlock the gate yourself. Here is an example of holding aggro with this build. All the bosses work the same, except Gurok and Neishatun. They just have random aggro. After doing 3 bosses at once, you go back and do each boss with 3 DPS while you hold aggro. The only exceptions are gonna be Soul Eater, Nereid, and Hatchery. These will one-shot you no matter what, unless you have too many buffs. Still, it's risky. So, unless you are very experienced, I would recommend you go SNS tank and hold aggro on these. And I will show you the mechanics for the last one. Here is a level 2 Soul Eater. The mechanics are gonna be the same from level 1 to 6. You only need to worry about 2 things. After you take 3 bars of her HP, she will do the scream, and you have to go behind her unless you are the tank with an SNS, then you can tank it. And when she screams, she will spawn 2 mobs, and that's where having a tank really helps, so things do not get chaotic for the DPS. So you taunt the mobs, have that ready. The second thing is when she has 3 HP bars left, she will create the circle of death. Just get out of it, let everybody gets out of the circle, and wait until she teleports back to you, and then you finish her. As for Nereid, her spear have a really long range, so make sure you always double dodge when she starts attacking because she moves forward as she's hitting. And that was a level 4 Nereid, so it wasn't an easy task, but I was playing with randoms and no chat and no voice comms, so I had to do what I had to do. Anyways, you can see at the end there is this bug in case it happens to you. Do not tilt, although it is tilting. However, I died, but still the Skull Sentry finished the job for me. So you'll see at the end, if you want to skip the fight, you will see at the end, I will die and take like a million damage. It's because the other 2 died on their boss, which is in a room close to mine. So there is this bug if you have a teammate close to you doing another boss and he dies, you will die also like 2 seconds after. And honestly, I just use this build everywhere when I'm solo in open world because it can reach high amount of empower by itself and it feels great. And now I do prefer claw shot over net shot because the pull and the reload, I consider them more damage since you get closer instead of having to run to it. And when you're closer, you do more damage. Also, it feels like you don't waste any time not doing DPS on the boss or whatever. Here I'm gonna show the blunderbuss build and the tank build and the speed build. And hopefully you learned something from this and you will get to enjoy and get as many tokens as I got and more. Good luck, have fun.